Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we have some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and this video is going to get awful ranty, I would assume, because I am very upset with the changes that are going to be coming to Modern Warfare Remastered in the very near future. So when I first heard this news, I initially recorded a video, but I decided to scrap that take because I thought the video was way too ranty, way too angry. You guys probably would have loved that, honestly, but I don't think I got my point across very well. So I decided to redo the video, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and hopefully I'm a bit more calm, cool, and collected, and hopefully I can make a better video as a result. So what is happening, for those of you guys that don't know, what is coming, what is happening to Modern Warfare Remastered? So as you guys know, on Tuesday, we're getting a very big update. The update is going to be for free, and we're going to be getting with it the 6 remaining maps from Call of Duty 4, like Wet Work and Countdown and Showdown and Block and all the other maps. So we're getting all those maps. We are getting Winter Crash, and we're also getting Hardpoint and Gun Game. All these things are coming to the game, and they're coming to the game for free, which is pretty awesome. Well, it turns out we may be getting a little bit more than we bargained for with this update, and this is actually all coming from YouTubers who were actually flown out to play the maps early. So as you guys know, every time a new DLC comes out for Call of Duty over the past couple of years, Activision flies out the same couple of YouTubers to an event where they can record early footage, and it's a win-win for everybody, really. I mean, Activision gets pretty much free promotion. I mean, the price of a plane ticket to hundreds of thousands of people, and YouTubers, they get to go out there and get a very cool video. Like, they get exclusive footage of a map early, which generally will give them a lot more views, and they don't even have to pay for their own plane ticket. It's like a win-win for these two parties. I'm not involved, obviously. My channel's way too small compared to these guys. I don't pull in the views, as well as I think I'm a little bit too outspoken against Activision, but that's a whole other story. So these YouTubers are flown out to play these maps early. They're playing Wet Work early, Block early, Countdown, all the maps, right? But at the same time, they're also playing with new DLC weapons early, but they can't tell you guys that. They will not mention it until those actual weapons are out because they have to sign an NDA. You will see on my Twitter, go to twitter.com/NeroTweets to see images. You will see these YouTubers using a shovel melee weapon, as well as a couple of other melee weapons. And the worst thing about this is that is just going to be the tip of the iceberg, honestly, because if there are going to be these melee weapons, then we know actual weapons are right around the corner. I've seen a lot of people saying, well, Nero, it sucks. Yeah, they're going to have melee weapons come to the game, but at least they're only melee weapons, or maybe they're cosmetic. We're not sure how it's going to work out yet. Maybe that's all they're going to add to the game and things will be fine. We cannot trust Activision here, guys. We cannot trust Activision, especially because the rest of the actual DLC weapons have already been leaked. If you guys caught my video, it was a couple weeks ago. I titled the video, "Don't Do It, Activision," but they're going to do it anyway while they listen to me, where a couple weeks ago on the PC version of Modern Warfare Remastered, somehow people that were in the PC files, they found a bunch of DLC weapons, right? They found a ton of them. They found the Spaz 12 from Modern Warfare 2, the Black Ops 1 Galil. They found a bunch of old Modern Warfare 2 Modern Warfare 3 weapons. They also found a couple of new weapons. One of them was called the Kamchatka 12. If you guys want to check it out, it's a Russian full auto shotgun. There's a link down there in the video description. Obviously, I can't post any actual footage of any of this in this video, or Activision will take down the video, because that's what they've been doing. They're taking down any and all videos and images of these leaked weapons, by the way. Just want you guys to know that, because they know it's in the game. They're trying to sweep it all underneath the rug. But there is a streamable link down there in the video description. You guys can see the Kamchatka 12 for yourselves. There is a bunch of DLC weapons in the files of Modern Warfare Remastered already. One of them was actually the shovel, which we just now saw at the recording event that these YouTubers just went to. So you're trying to tell me, there's people on Twitter that are trying to tell me, Nero, sure it sucks, you know, they're going to have melee weapons, but that's probably as far as they're going to go. There's no way, man. The other weapons are already in the game files. It's only a matter of time before they actually show up in the game. They're going to be here in one way or another. We don't know how they're going to show up in the game, but they are there already. And the fact that they've already shown 3 different melee weapons to YouTubers, like, why would they put these melee weapons in a playable build that YouTubers are going to play and expect no YouTuber to ever mention it ever? Like, they obviously are going to want to try to promote this stuff in one way or another. I don't know how it's going to play out, but just the fact that we already know for a fact there's like at least 10 actual DLC weapons in the game files itself, it looks like supply drops, or at least some form of microtransaction, is going to be coming to Modern Warfare Remastered in the very near future. And I'm not happy about that, obviously. Like, I words don't even describe it. Like, in my video, I just basically started swearing and rambling and yelling and just was not happy, obviously. But now that I've had, like, I don't know, 5 hours to cool off or so, now I'm just more or less depressed about it. It's like, why do they have to ruin every game that they touch? Like, Activision, here's a bit of advice from me. And I talked about it in my last video, but who cares about me? I'm just a little YouTuber that doesn't just, you know, promote you left and right and just act like you're fucking God's gift of video games. How about you just go back to making Call of Duty the way it was? How about you go back to your roots, make Call of Duty good like it was back when Call of Duty was actually at its peak. The peak for Call of Duty sales was back in Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, as well as Modern Warfare 3. Like, that was the peak. And ever since Modern Warfare 3, it's gone down and down and down every single year. But have you guys noticed a trend? After Modern Warfare 3, they have continuously added more and more microtransactions to the game. And I'm wondering at this point, honestly, does Activision look at Call of Duty like it's a sinking ship? Are they thinking to themselves, you know what? We are just going to Guitar Hero the fuck out of this, and we're just going to put microtransaction on top of microtransaction on top of microtransaction until eventually this sinking ship just goes into the ocean, right? Are they thinking that? Because I hope not. I love the Call of Duty franchise. You guys love the Call of Duty franchise. Everybody pretty much loves the Call of Duty franchise. I mean, there are a lot of pundits on the internet, of course, that say they hate Call of Duty and how it's bad for gaming, so on and so forth, but COD every single year is the best-selling game. 7 of the past 8 years, Call of Duty has been the best-selling game. This year may be different, of course. Sales are definitely down for Infinite Warfare, but still, Call of Duty is a very successful game. It's just not as successful as it used to be. And Activision, if you want to go back to that, just go back to your roots. Make a new Call of Duty game. I'm really hoping that Sledgehammer's new game is going to be like Modern Warfare 2.5, basically. Just make it a lot like Modern Warfare 2, of course, without grenade launchers, and it's going to be amazing. I really hope that's the case. And you will win back so many fans. Like, I know in my own personal life, like just here in my circle, I'm sure you guys know plenty of people like this as well, that you used to play a lot of Call of Duty with, but they've stopped for one reason or another. And if you ask them, why'd you stop playing Call of Duty? A lot of them will tell you it's not because, oh, it's the same game every year. It's because it's not even Call of Duty anymore. Like, you have jetpacks and spacesuits and dog robots and everything else. Like, it's not what they signed up for. Like, a lot of people that were in my circle, my friends in high school and growing up, and family members and stuff, these people, they got into COD the same time I did, with COD 4 and World at War, some of them in Modern Warfare 2, and now when they look at Call of Duty, they don't think of it as a Call of Duty game. They're like, yeah, so we're on a moon of Jupiter, and we have space. That guy's a robot dog, and he's killing me with his laser rifle. Like, this isn't Call of Duty. Call of Duty to them is like, I don't know, sneaking around a building with like a tactical search and destroy thing, like you'd see back in like Modern Warfare 2, or I don't know, like storming a building with a flamethrower like you could back in World at War, or I don't know, calling in a chopper gunner in the original Black Ops and hanging out the side of a freaking Huey just raining down destruction in the jungles of Vietnam. Like, that to them was Call of Duty. The stuff we see nowadays isn't. And so if you want to bring back those fans, which there are a lot of them, Activision, you need to make a Call of Duty game that is like your older ones. You need to go back. I talked about it before, and I don't want to, just make this entire video just to repeat my last one, but you need to go back to your roots. You do. And when I saw this, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm just like, why do you need to ruin Modern Warfare Remastered? Like, you have all these DLC weapons and stuff already in Infinite Warfare. Just leave Modern Warfare Remastered alone. Like, sure, like, people are saying that perhaps these things are just going to be replacements for your knife. And if they are, like, for all I know, which at this point isn't a whole lot, for all I know, these things could be earnable knife variants, like things for your knife, skins for your knife that you can get by completing a couple of special challenges. And if that's the case, then awesome. I'm happy about that. I mean, that sounds cool. I mean, it's not going to be a supply drop system, right? I know for a fact they're going to have a couple of camos, actually, that you can unlock. They're going to be holiday-themed camos. One of them is going to be like, I don't know, Christmas wrap. The other one's going to be like ugly Christmas sweater that you can unlock by doing special challenges on Winter Crash, which is really cool. Like, I love the fact they're adding that stuff to the game. So maybe, for all we know, these melee replacements are just going to be basically skin replacements that you can earn via some weird challenge. But here's the thing, guys, going back to it once again, we already know about a bunch of these extra weapons that are in the game files of the PC version of Modern Warfare Remastered. And so to say that these are going to be just like a one-time thing, it's a very slippery slope. It's a very, very slippery slope. Perhaps, and I've thought about this as well, and I'm going to make a whole other video on it because it's going to take way too long to cover, I think, for this one. Perhaps they're all just cosmetic skins. Perhaps they're all just kits. That may very well be the case. I don't know. But right now, all I know is we have these DLC weapons, which are usable, that people were using, and it's a slippery slope. It is. And I just really don't want to see Modern Warfare Remastered become a game that is just hoard out like the previous Call of Duty games have been. Yeah, I hope that Modern Warfare Remastered can remain as true to the original as possible while still mixing it up a bit, which there are definitely things they could do to do that. And I have videos I'm going to be doing on that in the future, but I just want it to stay the way it is. I don't want there to be supply drops. I don't want there to be supply drop weapons. I don't want there to be character customization because it just changes up the game too much. I want it to stay as true to the original as possible, as true to the old school Call of Duty formula as possible. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. We have another video going up this evening. I know 2 in one night, and they're both going to go up pretty late, but the other one's going to be discussing kits. Something that's actually going to be pretty important, I think, in the Call of Duty franchise going forward. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Drop me a rating. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.